welcome to another edition of the VOD Weekly News Recap. I am Njie. Good evening. The Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education on Tuesday held a comprehensive health education report forum at the Nana Conference Center in Bakau. Michael Hamadiseka, curriculum officer at the MOPSI, emphasized that the research is excellent because it has included the responses of the subject population.
Means of formulation in research. Formulation by data, by theory, by methodology, and by investigator. And she is the principal investigator, and she is very credible. So her information is very credible. So this makes research writing very different from the other stories that we cover. So we have to present the facts to the readers.
He added that they came up with the comprehensive health education due to teenage pregnancies, unsafe sex, early marriages, and gender violence alongside children being sent early out of schools. Ms. Fabian Aina Gran-Signan, principal investigator of the Comprehensive Health Education Project, acknowledged the participating stakeholders while giving a general overview of the project. She highlights that the reason for this research was due to the growing concern about adolescent sexual and reproductive health, and said that there has been an alarming increase in rates of infections, early sexual debut, and teenage unwanted pregnancies.
According to our Gambia demographic survey, teenage pregnancy outside of marriage among adolescent girls and age first sexual intercourse and marriage in particular is a major cause for concern in the Gambia.
She further said that the research indicated that teenage pregnancies among unmarried adolescent girls are a significant concern in the Gambia. And throughout the country, 10% of women starts engaging in sexual activities before the age of 15 and 24% gives birth by the age of 18. She mentioned that 13% of maternity deaths in the Gambia are attributed to teenage pregnancies, which often leads to unsafe abortions. Usually when pregnancies are unplanned and unwanted, abortion is considered as one possible solution, despite it being illegal in the Gambia.
It is not accepted, but it's yet happening every day in our homes, in our society, everywhere in our institutions. Abortion is always happening. According to my research, adolescent parent communication about sexual health is limited. Parents don't communicate with their kids as well as kids don't communicate with them due to different factors. First factor is parental factor, wherein even husband and wife, they don't talk about sexuality. When you have problems, you don't even talk to your wife or your husband about the issues that is happening to you, especially when it comes to sexual and reproductive health. So when the child is there and see that there is no parental communication amongst them, then it becomes a child factor, because the child also will not talk about it, will not explain to the parents what's happening.
In 2020, a 5-year project called Strengthening Access to Quality Comprehensive Health Education in the Gambia was implemented in Region 1 by the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and partners. It provided sexual and reproductive health education to schools, both upper basic schools and senior secondary schools, along with madrasas, special needs schools, out-of-school adolescents, media personnel, lawmakers, and other stakeholders through presentations, radio and television shows, drama, poetry, and community engagements. 7 nominated councillors yesterday at the Birkama Area Council took the oath to serve as representatives of various interest groups, while the council awaits confirmation from the Ministry of Local Government for the remaining 2 nominees. The 7 nominated councillors won in are Councillor Babakar S. Jamme, Business Representative, Councillor Omar Dabo, Farmers Representative, Councillor Falalo Toure, Safers Representative, Councillor Saja Sane, Gardeners and Market Vendors Representative, Councillor Alajiba, Livestock Representative, Councillor Ramusabali, Women's Representative, and Councillor Sirifo Sonko, Transport Representative. Binta Sengor, the Youth Representative, and Daisen, the Differently Able Representative, are still awaiting confirmation from the Ministry of Local Government. The chairman of Birkama Area Council, Yankuba Dabo, disclosed that the nominated representatives serve an important role in the council in ensuring that the interest groups or the section of the society they represent are adequately heard, considered, and supported by Birkama Area Council.
For the nominated councillors and representatives, your role in the council is very important. Your role is to ensure that the interest groups you represent or the section of society that you represent are adequately heard, considered, and supported by the council. Furthermore, though you are nominated by or for a particular interest group or one particular interest group or a section of our society, but that does not mean that your representation is limited to only that group alone.
Chairman Dabo added that though the nominated councillors might be nominated by one particular interest group or section of society, that does not mean that their representative is limited to the group, but should be broadened enough to ensure other related interest groups or sections of society are not ignored or underrepresented in the council. Speaking on behalf of the newly sworn-in councillors, Business Representative Councillor Babakar Siddiq Jammeh reaffirmed their commitment to serving the interests of the Brikama Area Council. His Excellency President Barrow on Thursday held a ceremony at the State House conferring Major Abdoulaye Kamara, head of Economic Detachment at the State House. He was conferred with the insignia of the Commander of the Order of the Republic of the Gambia. Major Kamara was invited into the Gambia by President Adama Barrow in early 2017, soon after swearing into office in Senegal. The ceremony was also attended by honorable ministers in the cabinet, heads of the state guards, and the Senegalese ambassador to the Gambia. President Barrow delivered a speech expressing his gratitude, saying that Major Kamara has been a professional commander with an excellent mind who has been good in making commands, and said that he has been a remarkable member of the presidential technical team. It is a sad day for me. Major is like a son to me and I will really miss him. But unfortunately, every beginning has an end, President Barrow said.
His dedication, enthusiasm, and positive spirit have had a particular indelible mark on the close protection arrangements for the President since his arrival in an extremely challenging security environment. His ability to relate and interface with utmost diplomacy and tact with every stakeholder that mattered in the safety and security of the President, the Force family, and the State House in general have been phenomenal. Manali,
President Barrow thanked President Sall for giving him such an asset to safeguard him. Major Abdoulaye Kamara, the outgoing long-serving head of ECOMIC at the State House, thanked the president and said that the Gambia is lucky having President Barrow as a president, and that anyone who hates the president doesn't really know him. He outlined that he does not have a president in the Gambia, but a father, and that he has never walked out of the wishes of the president. The Gambia government has yesterday taken a step in protecting its fisheries sector from the impacts of climate change with the launch of a $25 million project. The Climate Resilient Fishery Innovative for Livelihood Improvement Project aims to enhance adaptation, mitigation, and reduction of climate-related risk faced by the fishery sector. During the event, Minister of Fisheries Musa Drame shed light on the numerous challenges that the Gambia's fisheries sector is currently facing as a result of climate change impacts. One of the major concerns highlighted was the threat to the livelihoods of the poor fisherfolk. In response to these challenges, the minister announced the introduction of the Fish Green Climate Fund project, which will specifically focus on the fisheries sector.
The fisheries sector has and continues to play an important role in improving livelihoods of our people through the provision of affordable and essential animal protein, direct and indirect employment, as well as significantly contributing to foreign exchange earnings of the country.
Following the minister's speech, the FAO country representative, Mushibodi Rampedi, also expressed her concerns regarding the impact of climate change on the Gambia's fishery sector. She pointed out that both marine, coastal, and riverine fisheries are being affected, leading to hindrances in livelihoods and economic development.
Success of the project if we achieve the following outcomes: livelihoods, better health and well-being, food and water security. We will regard this as a success.
Dauda Fode Sen, the secretary of the National Association of Artisanal Fisheries Operators, also shared his perspective on the issue. He acknowledged that the members of NAFO understands the importance of nurturing and protecting the fisheries resources on which they depend for their livelihood. The The Media Academy for Journalism and Communication, MAJA, graduated 21 journalists who benefited from a 5-week training in ethical reporting held at the Bakadaji Hotel in Kotu. The training was meant to equip journalists with the necessary skills to help make ethical decisions in news gathering and reporting. The training was funded by the United States Agency for International Development through the Freedom House. Sang Mendy, the managing director of MAJA, repeated the importance of ethical journalism, stating that the trainees should implement what has been learned during the course of the 5 weeks. He urged the graduates to try filter the knowledge down to their colleagues. He further reminded the graduates that the program is meant to produce trustworthy and responsible journalists who would tackle any ethical dilemma that comes before them for the interests of society. Mendy added that ethical journalism is becoming more important today than ever. Meanwhile, Mr. Demba Kande, Deputy Chief for Promoting Rights and Justice, stated that the media has a series of roles to play in the transitional justice. He applauded the participants for taking the training seriously and for completing all sessions. He said a professional media is critical in a growing democracy and transitional justice. Madi Jobate, a former journalist and activist, commends PRJ and the Freedom House for coming up with an agenda to improve the media and CSOs. He further emphasized that journalists may not be elected or appointed by the people as politicians, but they have legitimate right and duty to equally play their cards in the shaping and development of society. That was all we have for you till we come your way next time. I am Njie from the VOD.